Welcome, welcome, welcome to Sapphire Rich News. I know I'm a little bit early. Hey, Julianne. So, some interesting things have come up since the State of the Union address the other night. Apparently, the president of Panama is not being a good boy because, according to some of the comments Trump made at the State of the Union, we're taking back the Panama Canal. And something that I just found out this morning that a delegation from Alberta, Canada, is making plans to go to the White House and for Alberta to become the 51st state because the guy that was on Rachel Parker's show, he said that Montreal does not appreciate Albertans at all. Yeah, he said that this trade war was not started by Donald Trump. It was started by Trudeau. He said Trudeau went to Mar-a-Lago and started this whole trade war so that they could try and justify raising the prices again. He said, and Trudeau is adding a 20% carbon tax on everything that's sold in Canada. That I did not know. I knew they were talking about a carbon tax, but I did not know it was going to be 20%. That's just crazy. And Greenland wants to be a U.S. territory. Um, Charlie Kirk and Don Jr. went to Greenland back in January, and hey, Zach, and the people of Greenland told John Jr. and Charlie Kirk they want to be a U.S. territory because Denmark refuses to allow them to mine any of their materials and told Don Jr. and Charlie Kirk, we have rubies the size of baseballs, and Denmark refuses to let us mine them. We need Greenland very badly. And I laughed yesterday. I read an article that said that Marco Rubio was clueless because he was always the last one to know when any foreign policy was going to happen. I thought that's a laugh. Marco Rubio has been right on top of this whole deal from Panama. And when Zelensky had his meltdown, it was Marco Rubio that cut all funding like 5 minutes after Zelensky left. Marco Rubio was on his phone and cut all funding right then. No, And it was interesting something that Trump said the other night was I watched the Ruthless podcast this morning, and they said that the Democratic Party is where the Republican Party was in 1931, and he said they didn't win back an election for, I thought he said, 5 terms. He said because the Republicans in 1931 were against Social Security, were against there being a um, safety net for any Americans, and like Josh Holmes said, he said the Democrats right now are clueless. He said they're so blinded by their hatred of Donald Trump, they can't see that their own constituents approve of what Trump is saying and doing by 60 to 80%. He said, which will cost them in the midterms. Yeah, Dems will never give this administration a win, is right. This guy, people just don't learn. Just went across the scroll on the bottom of the screen that this guy threatened to kill, well, unalive, President Trump, and that he had 34 missiles aimed at New York City. Why would you be so stupid as to tell somebody? Why would you do that, right? People are just so dumb. Yeah, mentally ill is right. And I'm going to do an update tomorrow on Gene Hackman. I got a bunch of new information yesterday afternoon. Shocking. Like, okay, Gene Hackman and Betsy were worth $80 million. Gene Hackman discovered that there was money missing from the account, and he apparently called his money manager to inquire about it. And on video camera, there's a strange car at the house on the 17th, I think they said, for 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. Right. But see, the reason why they said the guy showed up at the house is because Gene Hackman changed all the passwords to get into the money accounts. and it showed 5 different attempts at withdrawing large sums of money in the millions on the day that Gene passed away. So I think that deserves a stream all by itself. Yeah, the the police said they are tracing several things, and one of the things they're tracing is that Gene Hackman had a heart condition, and his pacemaker would go off to correct his heart. On the day that he passed away, the pacemaker didn't go off, it just abruptly stopped. It abruptly stopped. It didn't fire off, it just abruptly stopped and recorded the time that it stopped. And they said that um, Betsy was found in the bathroom. The space heater that was normally up on the counter was tipped over on its side on the floor near her head. Didn't say that it hit her, said near her head. And that several bottles of pills were scattered around on the floor, and traces of, um, they didn't say which one, but like a sleeping medication. They said that she did not have any prescriptions for sleeping medication. She was very healthy. So they are doing toxicology reports to see how much was in her, uh, how much she ingested was in her bloodstream, and a bunch of other stuff that's going on. Um, I really like this channel that's been covering them called Discovery Quest. They've been doing a deep dive and talking about stuff that the other channels haven't discussed. Excuse me. Still got a little bit of a cough, but not not near as bad as it was a couple of days ago. Man, not near as bad. A week ago yesterday, I just didn't want to get out of bed. I think it was yesterday, week ago yesterday. It was either last Wednesday or last Friday. Man, I was coughing and hacking, something awful. Yeah, And something else that's going on. Okay, there was. I did not know this till I watched Discovery Quest last night. There was two different 911 calls. There was a 911 call. There was a guy that they said he didn't. He said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I have the wrong number," and said that you could hear something flailing around in the background. And then the second 911 call was 9 days later. That's just plain suspicious. You know what I mean? And usually, when somebody calls 911, even if they hang up, they send an officer to the address that shows up. And then 9 days later, there had been something going on. It was. They said in the closet. It was not in the closet. It was in the bathroom. Discovery Quest said that the dog's crate was on the floor next to Betsy in the bathroom. Yeah, the gardener said he called security, but somebody came and went in the house and found the two dead bodies and called 911 and gave the address and said, I have two dead bodies here. And then the incompetent 911 dispatcher says, well, are they breathing? Do you know if they're alive? And he said that the door was locked, but when the police got there, the door was not locked. The door was open. The door was standing open. And the gardener said that, yeah, see, the German Shepherd that was their guard dog that went with them everywhere was found in his crate in the bathroom next to Betsy. And they said he was unalived. And they said the necropsy report will come back much quicker on the dog than it will on Jean and Betsy. Right. But here's the issue that we're going to talk about tomorrow. The gardener said that there had been recent issues and that Jean had taken the address off of the building. Yeah, water closet. That's what they call them in Europe. They call a bathroom the water closet. There's just so much to cover that's new information. You know what I mean? Wow. Africans think it's dumb to go to the bathroom in water. Yeah, they were found in the bathroom in the mudroom, but they were not side by side. The the gardener said when you come in the door, the mudroom is on the right and the bathroom is around the corner and to the left. That's certainly not side by side, you know what I mean? Wow. So much to cover. That I did not know, Zach, that the French have faucets for washing their hands separate from the bathroom. Wow, 44 children. Holy cow. Wow, by age 8. Holy cow. Oh, 38. How are the bathroom door handles germ free? You're using the bathroom, you're going to get germs on the door handle. Wow. Yeah, I figured it was sarcasm and I was just playing back with you. Yeah, wiped clean. Excuse me. Wow, no child support in Uganda. Holy cow. Mama Uganda and Family is the channel. Okay, I'll have to check that out. God bless you, Julianne, that you're putting that one child through college. Zach, she said that she has a YouTube channel called Mama Uganda and Family. Wow. So she has one child out of all them kids that helps her out. Triplets, twins, and quads. Wow. Well, it's good that Regan helps his mom out. Well, that was a good idea that she started the channel to help earn money. Not really, Zach. I've known women that had twins and then triplets, and their body heals and they go on. Wow. $500 in Uganda is equal to 1.3 million. Yeah, crazy conversation rate is right. Trubinsky. Oh, the Panama Canal. The president of Panama has apparently still been violating the contract because the other night at the State of the Union, Trump said, according to the treaty, we alone decide what the remedy is, and we are taking the canal back. The Alaskan Bush people were real. It's just that they got into a lot of trouble along the way. Well, most videos you can tell if it's real or if it's fake. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, the Department of Education is on the chopping block, is right. He's writing the uh, executive order to be signed either tomorrow or early next week. Right. Yeah, it's her prerogative to help people out. Well, I'm going to get off of here. I got groceries to bring in out of the car. So I will see you all tomorrow, same time, 2 p.m. Eastern. I love you guys. See you tomorrow.